Aloha and good morning, everyone. Thanks so much for joining us today. It's a real pleasure for all of us at HDS to have an opportunity to meet with you folks to talk about why we're donating mouth guards to all Hawaii high schools across the state. My name is Mark Yamakawa. I'm the president and CEO of Hawaii Dental Service. And joining me today are Cheryl Takitani-Smith, our chief financial officer, and the real person who made this all happen in working with Ray Fujino from the DOE and the OIA to make this happen. Michael Roscoe, our Director of Marketing and Communication and our host for today, Dr. Robert Sherman, our Dental Director, and Dr. Monroe Elkin, the creator and founder of Game On Mouth Guards. Dr. Elkin is joining us from Florida to answer any questions that you may have about mouth guards, and he can talk about how he created and why. He has degrees in pharmacy and dentistry and practiced as a dentist for 30 years. He's published numerous articles and has been a champion of mouth guards. He served as a leader in the Academy of Sports Dentistry and is a member of the National Athletic Trainers Association. And we're so glad that he could be with us today, and you'll hear more from him later on. Now, I hope you're all familiar with Hawaii Dental Service, or HDS. We've been serving generations of Hawaii families for your dental benefits for nearly 60 years. And our priority has always been about making dental care affordable and accessible to our community. Our mission is to help everyone maintain their good oral health. We believe that preventing injuries to athletes' teeth or their jaw is just one of the many ways that we can make a positive impact for our kids. You folks know way better than us about the dangers of concussions for athletes. Studies show that a properly fit mouth guard can help to minimize the impact of a concussion. And that's why we're so happy to partner with you by donating nearly 10,000 custom fit mouth guards to athletes across the state. We learned through talking with Ray Fujino that mouth guards are required for football, but we really don't want to stop there. We want to make these mouth guards. These are the only ones of its kind approved by the American Dental Association, available to each one of your athletes for the various contact sports that they may participate in at your school for this pilot year. Cheryl and Ray have worked really fast and really quickly with all of the athletic associations and federations across the state and have arranged for the shipment of mouth guards in each of your select school color to have been delivered, hopefully yesterday and today, and distributed then to each of your schools. As I mentioned earlier, this is a pilot program, and we'd like to ask for your kokua to distribute the mouth guards to your student athletes, encourage them to wear them, and provide any feedback you have to Ray so that we can figure out how to make this an ongoing partnership in the coming years. Hopefully, adding other contact sports for future distributions. Before I turn it over to Drs. Elkin and Sherman, does anyone have any questions at this point about why we're doing this and the importance of mouth guards? Okay, hearing none, I'd like to turn it over to Drs. Elkin and Sherman to speak a little bit more about the mouth guards and to give you a quick demonstration on how to custom shape the mouth guards using a microwave oven. It's a real fascinating product, and I'm sure you and your student athletes will love them. Dr. Sherman, Dr. Elkin?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Dr. Elkin, if you wouldn't mind going first.
Sure. So the idea for creating this product was an outgrowth of my son being a football coach and asking me to make custom mouth guards. It's a very tedious process, especially when you go in and you have to take 100 impressions to make mouth guards for a football team for the same day. So my idea was if I could find a material that would shrink sufficiently to give me a custom fit, we could do away with the dental impressions. I got together with a polymer chemist, a friend of mine at Rutgers University. We found a material and started working on it. And we found that certain grades of the material that we discovered worked very well. So briefly, what this mouthguard does, it allows you to communicate without any problems with breathing. You can drink with it in place. It is 40 to 100% better on impact absorption than a custom laminated mouthguard made by a laboratory or a dentist. It also is impervious to viruses and bacteria. The material is being used to make clinic gowns and face masks for COVID-19 applications. The auto industry is using the material because of its impact properties in automobile car bumpers. It'll give you a custom fit over orthodontic braces with the ability to refit it an unlimited amount of times. So when you get a sufficient amount of tooth movement and you can't get the mouth guard in, all you do is put it back in the microwave. Unlike your traditional boil and bite mouth guards, you have 2 minutes to fit this instead of 3 seconds. I had mentioned before, we're the official mouth guard for the East-West Shrine Bowl game. And 2 years ago, because they didn't do it last year, I fit 140 players in less than 45 minutes because of the ability to use a microwave instead of having to take impressions. The talk that I'm giving you now was all done with a mouth guard in my mouth that was made in a microwave. I don't know if you can see it. It's a clear one. It's the only mouth guard ever to get the American Dental Association seal of acceptance. Anybody have any questions? I guess we can do it after Dr. Sherman does the demo. You may have some questions after that. So I'll turn it over to you, Bob.
Thanks, Dr. Elkins. A very, very simple process. Hopefully you can see I'm holding in my hands a blue mouth guard. Very, very simple. What you're going to do is have your athletes take that mouth guard, that mouthpiece, wrap it in a piece of paper that you see over here, dip it in a bowl of water, totally saturate it. You can see here. Once it's been taken out of the water, you will place it in the microwave, a microwave on high for 30 seconds. After 30 seconds, you take it out of the microwave, dip it back in the water to cool it off for 5 seconds. And after that 5 seconds of cooling off, go ahead, be careful when you take it out. You don't want to bend the edges here, but you'll take that, position it inside the mouth. And then gently bite down on that mouth guard, and then have your athletes with their fingers manually press against the edges of that upper lip against the mouth guard, and that will custom shape and fit the upper aspect of that mouth guard. At the same time, you'll have them place their tongue at the roof of their mouth, put pressure on that palate, and suck on that mouth guard for about a minute to get all the water and moisture out. You have about 2 minutes working time with that, so plenty of time to adapt it, to do remove the moisture. And at which time, after the 2 minutes, take it out and you have your custom fit mouth guard. Dr. Elkins, did I miss anything, or is there anything you'd like to add to that?
No, that was good. You know, it's just which I didn't mention. I think it shows it in the video. Even though it's not in your mouth after the 2 minutes, it'll continue to form over the next couple of hours. So the fit gets progressively better and better as time goes by. Other than that, you got it all.
And, you know, in the other session, we had a question about if the mouth is too large or too small. Can you comment on that?
Sure, yeah. So there are two sizes. There's an adult size and a youth size. But let's say you have an adult size and somebody has a small mouth. You can trim it. After you take it out of the microwave and put it into cold water, you trim it off, trim some off the back, let it cool completely. And then when you go to refit it by putting it back in the microwave and doing the process, the cut edges will all smooth themselves off, so you don't have any sharp edges again. If you've got somebody who has an exceptionally large mouth, and even an adult size doesn't work, And as I mentioned in the first session, when I did the East-West Shrine Bowl game, I had a young man from Washington State who was 6'9", 380 pounds. And what we did was, after we took it out of the cold water, we just grabbed the end of the mouth guard on each side and stretched the material so that all his teeth were covered. You want all the teeth covered for maximum protection. Other than that, you know, anybody have any other questions, we're happy to answer them.
There was one that said, does the microwave wattage matter?
Yes, good question. We generally recommend that the microwave be 1100 watts. Let's say you have an old microwave and there are some still around that are 700 watts or 800 watts. Just add some time, add another 5 seconds. But it's such that you can experiment. I mean, if you had a microwave that was 700 watts and you did 35 seconds and it really didn't get hot enough to do what it's supposed to do, well, you just redo it, put it back in, add another 5 seconds. So it's very flexible.
No current questions. I think we can show the video.
Sure.
We'll show the video.
Monroe, did you speak to the situation when student athletes have braces? I know I saw it flash on the instructions, that instructional video.
Yeah, well, the fitting process is different in that you don't suck on it, you don't push it with your fingers. I can tell you the first time that I tried the mouth guard with somebody that had braces, I was literally sweating because I was afraid that the material was going to get caught on the brackets and I wouldn't get the mouth guard out. That doesn't happen. But that being said, you don't have to suck on it. You don't have to push it. You just literally lightly close and wait 2 minutes, and it's custom fit. And you know, again, if you get a lot of tooth movement, and you can't get the mouth guard in, then you just refit it. Do it over again.
We had a question. Any tips or special instructions for cleaning the mouth guard? I know you mentioned
Sure.
it was aquaphobic. And
Yeah, so toothbrush, toothpaste, cold water, or all you have to do is put it on the top shelf of a dishwasher and run the dishwasher.
I think that's all we have for now.
Yeah. I will say one other thing, which I didn't mention in the first session. Let's say you don't have the ability to use boiled water or a microwave to form it. If you have an 1800 watt hair dryer, you can heat up the mouth guard with the hair dryer, then put it in cold water, and then do the fitting process.
Okay. Any other questions? If you guys have questions after, don't hesitate to shoot them over to Ray, or you can check out our website, hawaiidentalservice.com/gameon, and that's on the flyer that was sent out with invitation to this session. So otherwise, I'll turn it over to Dr.
No, I was going to say, if anybody wants, my cell phone number is 908-400-4690. just feel free to give me a call if you have any questions, comments.
Put your number in the chat, Dr. Elkin, 908
Okay.
400 4690.
Correct.
Okay, Mark.
Okay. Well, thank you everybody for your time today. I hope it was informative for you. And again, we are really happy to be able to do this for everyone across the state of Hawaii. We're just really excited about what this particular mouthguard has in terms of its ability to be remolded multiple times and its safety and efficacy for the protection of our student athletes. And so we highly encourage you to get your students, athletes to wear these mouthguards, and please provide us with any feedback or suggestions that you may have to Ray Fujino, and he'll let us know so we can figure out how to make this an even better program. So with that, we want to thank you so much again for your time. Take care and aloha, everyone.